Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show. I'm here to talk about number 14 Kentucky Wildcats bouncing back against South Carolina. Today, 80-57 at home at Rupp. I feel like this is kind of a get-right game. I know South Carolina isn't that great. I don't think they're as bad as their record says. I don't think they're that bad, because they've had some close games in SEC play, and you never apologize for winning. They needed a victory day. They've lost, 4 of their last 5. They needed a victory day, and they got it done in pretty dominant fashion. It doesn't matter how good or bad South Carolina is. It is winning the SEC, and they all count the same. You never apologize for winning. Even though I don't think South Carolina's that great, I don't think they're that bad. They've had close games, and it was a solid win. That's just how competitive the SEC is this year. South Carolina is obviously really struggling in league play. They're now 0-10. They've had some close games they could have won. They lost to A&M by 4. They come back and force overtime. They lose by 4. They lose to Auburn by 3. They lose to Florida by 1. I don't know if it's quad 4 win, so whatever. They took a lot of good ranked teams to the wire, but it's not really that solid of a win. But it's a get-right game, and they also had Lamont Butler back today, which really helped. Their KenPom stats, their offense is obviously really good. We already know about that. Their defense has moved up 15 spots to 95th. That's just with Lamont Butler back. It's just having him back. From injury, he had that shoulder injury. He missed a few games. He played today. He was a game-time decision, and he ended up playing. He didn't play great, but he helped set the tone for defensive intensity. Him being back in the court was just really huge for us today, and he got some quality minutes for a huge game against Tennessee on Tuesday. And he's just such an important player for this basketball team. He didn't play that great, but he was solid. He had 8 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound, brought the intensity defensively. He just changed the dynamic and allows some of the other guys to fill their natural roles. Defensively, sometimes we overhelp too much and leave guys open. With Lamont Butler, having him as a huge difference maker on the defensive end. I think this was by far their best defensive effort of the season, their defensive intensity. Lamont Butler being back makes them better. Kobe Bryant had probably his best overall game with his rebounding, his passing, good overall game, and they'll host Tennessee in a massive low taper fade game on Tuesday. And South Carolina in the first half, they hung around Kentucky following the first few minutes. They missed a lot of shots at the rim. South Carolina had 8 offensive rebounds, so most of their points really came on offensive rebounds and just broken plays. They had 8 offensive rebounds, and Kentucky not only out-rebounded them by 6, but held them just 1 offensive board. That was the only thing that I thought was bad in the first half. They eventually got rolling offensively. That was just the players doing their job. And good minutes from Garrison, Kobe Bryant, Boy Trent played some good minutes. Brandon Garrison had 15 points. He was 7 of 8 from the floor and made a 3. And I think he can be a big-time player next season. I really do. And he got a technical foul. Whatever. I don't know if it was a gun gesture. Oh well. But he actually really played really good minutes. So, just a non-drama-free game. Is what we needed. I'll tell you, Oweh had a good game. He only had 2 points, I think, in the first half. He had 15 in the second half. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 6 of 10. I think he's better when he lets the game come to himself. Sometimes he tries to force stuff and it doesn't. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But he's been Mr. Consistent. He's had I think every game he scored double digits. He's been just the consistency guy. And Hensley Elmore, he's been nothing but a cardio warrior the last 2 games. I think Carter's healthy. He's looking healthy again. I think they should let Elmore be a bench start from 3 and just start Andrew Carter again because he actually looks healthy and he played good today. And South Carolina hung in there in the second half, kept it within like 9 to like 11 or 12 points. Kentucky then went on an 11-0 run, and like 2 minutes extended to 20. So they played really better. They played much better in the second half. And Brandon Garrison had some nice dunks. Maury Williams had some. That's what I want to see him do more. Instead of just being soft and just trying to lay it up, dunk it. Second half was very much better offensively. And then Trent with an offensive rebound, a layup, and then hit a 3. So he had 5 points, 5 rebounds in those 13 minutes. He's probably the best like hustle guy on the team, like going for rebounds and stuff like that. Probably the best hustle guy. Like he's all over the court. And obviously it doesn't come as a surprise to me because I've seen him play so many times in high school. But yeah, I liked how they looked defensively. Offensively, they played fine. This is obviously a game they should have won. I'm not sitting here acting like it's some kind of upset or anything. It was just really a get-right game. You know, build some momentum up on the defensive end. Just get some confidence up. And you welcome in a rival on Tuesday. Leading scorers Osio Owe with 17 points, 4 rebounds. Maury Williams had 10 points, 2 assists, 6 rebounds. Butler 8 points, 3 assists, we already mentioned that. Robinson 6 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. He went in today with that wrist injury he suffered in practice. He kept grabbing his wrist a lot. So that's something to watch for as we get closer to Tuesday with his wrist. Good thing Butler's back and healthy. He looked healthy. There were some shots he missed, but they were good looks in the paint. It's just, I feel like our team's just much different when we have our true point guard out there who is a defensive, who's a really good defender and can make some shots. Kobe Bray had 10 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. I thought this was his best all-around game. He had 6 assists, 5 boards. Just a good all-around game. Garrison, 15 points, like I said, 7 of 8, and he made a 3. He obviously has to develop physically and get better on the glass, but I think Mark Pope can develop him. And he's only I think a sophomore, so he still has 2 more years. Andrew Carter, 9 points, 3 rebounds. He looked more healthy today. Him and Butler, they both look just more healthy as they're both coming off injuries. She talked about Trent, 5 points, 1 assist, 5 boards. And actually, Chandler and Perry got to play towards the end of the game. Kentucky now 16-7, I believe 5-5 now in SEC play. I think it's the same they were last year with 2 NBA players on their team. Today they shot pretty solid from the field, 30 of 62, 48.4%. 8 of 23 from 3, 34%. Not perfect from 3. 12 of 13 from the line, 92%. They actually made their free throws today. At rebound of 41-35. 34-26 on the defensive glass, had 19 assists. Each team had 9 turnovers. I know South Carolina's not the best offensively, but Kentucky did a good job on defense. 32% on 1958 on field goals, 4-22 on threes, 18%. South Carolina 15-23 from the line, 65%. They're just not a great team overall, like shooting wise. I do like Murray Boyles on their team. 14 points, 8 rebounds for Colin Murray Boyles. I think he'll be a first-round pick in the NBA draft. Nick Pringle, 9 points, 9 rebounds. Jamari Thomas had 11 points. Zachary Davis had 7 points and 6 boards. Jacoby Wright had 12 points. Cam Scott had 4 points for the 10-13 South Carolina Gamecocks. So, good Kentucky performance that was much needed. And I'm glad they were actually throwing down dunks instead of being soft and just trying to lay it up. But, I'm not going to act like this is a really, really big win. It was a get-right game to get some momentum as they go forward. I'm not going to say, even after they lost an Ole Miss game, I'm not giving up on the season because there's still a lot of season left. Our defense still needs to just keep going up. Like, Alabama had a lead offense last year and a defensive, 111th defense, but their defense is better this year, though. But if our offense can get rolling and our defense can at least be above average, I think they have a good shot at going for it. It wasn't the prettiest game, but a very encouraging one. Plus, they're getting healthy, back to full strength, and a good balanced game from Ole, Garrison, Williams, and Brea. Trent making the hustle plays. And they just need a feel-good game for just a morale boost. But one of the bigger takeaways is Brea needs to drive the ball more. And I feel like that's what they're telling him to do, drive more, because he's a good passer. I mean, he got 6 assists. And effort is the key regardless who's hurt or healthy. When they play with effort, they can hang with anybody. So, they need to win badly and just get ready for next game versus the Vols. Just get ready for that next game against the Vols. Try and get a regular season sweep. So that's really all I got to say here. So until next time, I'm out. Peace.